Following. My kid plays games night and day for 8+ hours.
Welcome to It's a Parent. This is the show where we take video game based questions from parents and answer them in 30 seconds.
So today we have a question from Henry from Saskatoon who wants to know, what is the rating for a kid-friendly game and what should I look for? What does it look like on the box?
Okay, the rating for a kid-friendly game, as with all games, often are found in the ESRB rating, which you can find in the bottom corner. Most importantly though, you can check the official trailer for the game because at the beginning it'll tell you what the age range is, regardless of whether or not it's for kids or grown-ups. You can also look for the PEGI rating, PEGI 12, PEGI 11, but make sure you do your research in figuring out if the game is appropriate. And if you look online in forums, they'll tell you what the actual one is and whether or not it's suitable for children.
Next question is, what games similar to Zelda and Little Big Planet are good introductions to video gaming for a 6-year-old?
Oh, games that are good for a 6-year-old. Now, I can tell you my own experience. I started off with my child. We were playing Donkey Kong Returns on the Wii. And the reason why I chose that game is because player 1, which was Daddy, played as Donkey Kong, and player 2 had the option to jump onto Daddy's back to navigate the puzzles. So when we did it together, eventually I would walk away and my child would be like, nah, I'll take care of this, Daddy. And after that, we moved into the Kirby franchise. So that's my recommendation. Play with your kid though.
Now we've got a question from Louis from Saskatchewan. Do games have some kind of parental control or ways to change settings so they are, for example, less violent?
Oh boy, ways to change settings. You talking about? You remember back in the day? Anyways, there was a blood setting. You could shut off the blood. Anyways. It's game dependent. So depending on the game, it's tricky to shut off violence in Mortal Kombat, but check out the game to try to do your best to figure out beforehand whether or not they have the affordance of shutting off particular violent things. There are games that will allow you to mute profanities and the like, but please, just watch some gameplay beforehand and then you'll see it.
Our next question is from Jack from Nova Scotia, who would like to know the following. He says, my kid plays games night and day for 8+ hours. How do I wean him off games or at least get his game time to a more reasonable number?
Okay, if your kid is playing games for 8+ hours, they absolutely will understand reward systems and game mechanics from games. So it might be useful to set up a schedule that contains reward systems, like if you do exercise, we can unlock playing a certain amount of time. If you are doing educational games, okay, that's in a different area. If you are doing your chores, that's in a different area. But this way you allow them to see the balance mimicked with what they're used to in their video game playing time.
Our next question is from Expat Mama in Switzerland. Is the healthy amount of time you can let a 6-year-old play games dependent on the type of game that they are playing?
Okay, the amount of time that your child should be playing, I'm no scientist, okay? I can just tell you what I do in my own family. So it is dependent on what type of game it is. For example, I am very okay with my children, 4 and 6, playing an incredible amount, and when I say incredible amount, maybe an hour at a time, of Reading Eggs, okay? Because that's an educational game, and that would be different from our Kirby time, for example. We play like 30 minutes of Kirby, and we'll play a little bit longer the educational games. As long as some kind of education is coming in, I feel a little bit more comfortable. Oh yes, so the form is ready to go. So if you're interested in submitting questions, check the link down below inside of the description of this video and submit your anonymous questions, all right? You don't gotta tell us who you are, but thank you to Expat Mama for using such a cool name out there in Switzerland. We appreciate you. All right, folks, take good care and we'll see you in the next one. Ready to roll out. That's a game reference. People aren't gonna get that one. Ready to roll out. Okay, let's go.